Hello, welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic. This is Kazorch, and we are ready to continue with this pilgrimage here. We gotta head out and speak with 3 different people that are just all out in this area here. And we gotta prove our worth. Now, some people think that these are kind of scripted, and some of them you might always have to fight, but in reality it depends on the choices that you make. If you make the right choice for a specific part of each dialogue, then you don't have to fight any creatures nearby. But if you make one of the 2 wrong choices, then you will have to fight creatures nearby. I will bring that up as we get to those points in the conversations. So here's the first guy.
So, you have come. You who would join the Order of Revan. I am Moron Dokas, Lord of Beasts. I am Revanite, and I am Sith. What do you say to me?
Not all the choices matter, so I will let you know when the choices matter.
What do you expect me to say? I'm very impressed.
I do not need your praise, Initiate. For decades I have served the Master. He found me when I was a lava and saw that I was strong in the Force. Against the Empire's traditions he trained me. This is the way of Revan, to teach all species the path to power.
I understand what you're saying.
Good. Now you will answer a question. And you will answer well, or face the claws of my pets. Why do you think Revan trained aliens in the ways of the Sith? Why did Revan offer power to all Seekers?
Okay, this is the question. The correct answer to not fight is the bottom answer. It gave him an edge. The other 2 answers, he will go on and make you fight some of the beasts around here. I think it's vine cats around here, but yeah.
Revan knew that servants are more useful when they're powerful.
You answer well. You answer wisely. You speak like a true Revanite. You may proceed on your pilgrimage and seek worth in the eyes of another.
So this, again, doesn't matter anymore.
Any suggestions on how to deal with this guide?
No. You will do this on your own. Seek the mercenary called tOR as she teaches her soldiers. Then shall your trial continue.
Alright, so we gotta go find tOR. She's out here in the middle of this swamp area. There's a gathering node around here. Desh. Desh is like the lowest form of scavenging, but the fact that it's still green means that we probably ought to be gathering more of it. So I will not pass it up, so long as it is convenient. Going down here just to avoid some of these creatures. Let's see. Where? Okay, I have to come up this way. And cross this bridge here. Yeah, or I could walk down to the river, it doesn't matter. I gotta cross over here to get into this camp. There's Desh up there, but there's animals around it. Alright, tOR.
Talking. Have some of the men head into the city. They've earned a break from training.
Yes, Commander.
It's good to see you alive. Not everyone makes it past Morin. Raymond contacted me from the base. Said you wanted to join our society. Is it true?
It's true. I'm seeking the approval of the Inner Circle.
I'm called tOR. I teach these mercenaries how to fight. My service to the Master is a matter of honor. Centuries ago, my clan fought Revan when we invaded the Republic with the rest of the Mandalorians. It was our privilege to battle Jedi. We lost the war over Malchor 5, but that was a privilege too. It's out of respect for Revan that I agreed to join the Master.
I see what you're saying.
I serve the Order to ensure Revan's name isn't forgotten. Revan was a warrior, a leader, and deserves to be remembered. Since you're not bound by honor, how do I know you won't sully the Dark Lord's memory? What can you do for the Order in Revan's name?
Alright, this is the question that you have to answer correctly. It sounds like somebody's fighting nearby. The bottom one's obviously the wrong one. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Unearth history or defeat our foes. I think it's defeat our
I can
foes.
fight. I'll battle the
No,
Order.
never mind. I know, it's not defeat our foes. Defeat our foes and she'll just ask you to prove it.
It's...
I-
So, unearth history, I believe, is the right answer.
I'll learn all I can about Revan's past.
Fine. The Order has enough warriors. You might be able to serve. You'll need to talk to one more person before you head back to the compound. Find Major Pathel. He oversees security on the wall.
He's about to meet the next great Revanite.
Glory to Mandalore, and glory to our master.
Okay, nope, they did not take out those, so we have to head back down to the wall area. I'm just gonna quick travel. Don't feel like walking around all those beasts and whatever, and I don't have anything except for a rocket boost still. I'll get my mount eventually, but until then, quick
Considering
travel
that
is
the
my
Empire
friend.
rules every corner of this planet, and the amount of nasty wildlife I've seen so far, I'm not sure I want to know what a wall that size is keeping out.
Alright, Major Pathel.
Come on over. There's nothing to trouble us here, and we can speak freely. I'm Major Pathel, at your service. It's always wonderful to meet new initiates. The Order of Revan needs all the dedicated young people it can get.
You're awfully cheerful, aren't you?
A necessary precondition of living on the wall, I think. To keep healthy out here, one needs spirit. I don't know how your other meetings went, but I like to conduct these interviews informally. No point making your life difficult, eh? Quite a few initiates, young officers, acolytes, and the like, think our secret society will help them become morphs or dark lords. You're not like that, I presume?
I'm a free agent. Not much you could do for me.
No, maybe not. Needn't have worried, I suppose. Not every initiate realizes that advancement in the Revanites does not guarantee advancement in the Empire, nor how dangerous being a Revanite really is. The Dark Council seeks to root us out. So, how do we respond? How do we answer the Empire's accusations of heresy?
This is the question you have to answer correctly. How do we answer the Empire's accusations of heresy? If you say we fight, he'll make you prove it. Guile, I think, is the wrong answer. But we prove that we're correct is the right answer and you won't have to fight.
We need to show our enemies the truth.
And we will, wherever we can. Not to say we shouldn't defend ourselves, but we won't become traitors to the Empire either. That's all I needed to make my judgment. I'm going to send a message to the compound. Raymond will be waiting for you.
Be seeing you.
Journey safely, and be proud to be a part of the Order of Revan.
Alright, so we gotta go back to the compound. I think we're finally about done with this string of missions here. Then we can finally get back to our class quest. Alright. But this string of missions does offer a nice title of Revanite. That's not bad.
So you finished the pilgrimage. Not bad. I don't know what happened out there. It's none of my business. But the Inner Circle approves of your initiation.
That's good news.
You did good in this trial. Now you'll have to find someone else to show you the next stage of the journey.
I appreciate the help.
Good luck. Every step brings you closer to the Master.
Alright. Back to Dazoon. The guy we first talked to when we got here, and then he'll let us know if we're ready to meet the Master.
Well, you really made it, didn't you? I've been hearing a lot about your progress, hearing about your trials. Your initiation has not been an easy one, but you've met the challenge and showed you can walk Revan's path. Now you may undergo the final rite.
I appreciate the opportunity.
The Master will complete your lessons, and you'll be welcomed as a full member of the Order of Revan. This is a great privilege. The Master reveals himself to no one outside the Order.
At last, the respect I deserve.
You may go to the Master in his chamber. He'll be waiting for you. Listen to him, obey him. Through the Master, you will know the path of Revan.
Alright. New boots. I'm actually gonna go with common data crystals. Yeah, that might become clear in the next 2 or 3 episodes why. Let's just do that for now. Here's the whole terminal. And the master.
You who have died and been reborn, stand before me now. You who have reclaimed the ancient past, stand before me now. You who have demonstrated power and wisdom to my followers, look upon the master of the Order of Revan.
Are you too afraid to show your face?
Silence! This is the end of your initiation and the beginning of your true journey. You will walk the path of Revan forevermore. The enemies of the Order will force you to move in shadows. But we shall keep your secrets safe, as you shall keep ours.
The time for subterfuge is over. Know me for who I am.
Glad to finally see the real deal.
I apologize for the deception, and for not meeting you sooner. But you must know how badly the Dark Council wants me dead. The Order of Revan threatens everything the Dark Council prizes.
Why did you found the Order in the first place?
I stumbled upon the mysteries of Revan on Korriban when I became Sith. That started me down a terrible path. Revan came to Drummond Cast after being reborn. Some believe Revan died at the hands of our Emperor. I believe otherwise. I believe Revan overthrew the Emperor and has sat secretly on the throne for 3 centuries. Aside from our Order, only the Dark Council knows the truth.
This ain't sounding too good.
I have heard whispers in the Citadel. For decades, the Emperor has been in seclusion. The Dark Council no longer speaks with him. The only explanation is this. The Dark Council betrayed their leader and locked Emperor Revan away, seizing power for themselves. They seek to silence us because we know.
They want to silence you because they think you're heretics.
They do. But listing their many reasons for destroying us is pointless. I would ask for your help. My agents tell me that you met with a Sith named Sandor, a man who seeks to destroy the Revanites. End his threat. Go to Sandor and tell him that you met the Revanite leader. Tell him that the leader is his own master, Darth Charnas.
What makes you think I won't betray you instead?
You're one of us now. I put my trust in you, Revanite. I obtained this Sith amulet from Charnas. Give it to Sandor. He'll believe you stole it from his master while among the Revanites. They will turn against each other. When this is done, though, when you've spoken to Sandor, you cannot return here.
Somehow I'm not terribly disappointed.
Sandor must never suspect your true allegiance. You must walk the path of Revan on your own. The path to power. The path neither Jedi nor Sith. May the Force be with you. May it make you strong.
Alright, so back to Sandor here at the wall. Again, Mako's gonna say stuff about the wall. It happens. Whatever. Alright. But this should finally put an end to this quest and give us that title that we want.
Ah, the problem solver returns from the Revanite heretics. Tell me now, did you find what we need? Did you see the face of the leader?
I think I'm going dark side, so...
She's a Sith Lord, dark-skinned, with black hair and tattoos.
I know her. I know her, yes! Tari Darkspanner. My master knows her. We will use her. The Dark Council will strip her of her power, her mind, and her life.
Seems right to me.
I promised you a reward in the name of Darth Charnas, so you shall have it. You have served the Empire well. Thanks to you, we have the means to obliterate this society of heretics. The name of Revan will be spoken on Drummond Cast no more.
My work here is done.
Of course. Leave me now. It is time to put Darth Charnas' plans into action.
As long as I get my pay... Oh, I get a headgear. Oh, we don't have headgear yet. Let's pick
Try
that
to be
one.
more careful.
Looks kind of dumb, but hey, it's headgear. Alright, so now we gotta return to Admiral Frabal. Let him know that we took out his daughter, who was training with Lady Grothin or something. Yeah. And that should complete that second bounty. One more and we'll be in the Great Hunt. This is a good thing.
Reports of the raid on Lord Grafton's estate are pouring in. I trust you were successful in your endeavor. My daughter, Veretta, is...
She's as dead as it gets.
Yes. Just as you say. Here, take your credits and go. You'll understand if I say I never want to see the face of my daughter's murderer again.
You may not want to go looking in any mirrors for a while.
Just go.
Come on. He needs to be alone with what he's done.
Alright. So returning to Krista. Up here at the Mandalorian Enclave, and we'll get our third bounty, finally. This is exciting. Can't wait to see who we get to kill next. Oh look, we gained some levels while we were out. Enough to get us some skills. Where are we at? Level 16. Good eye gas cylinder on. Oh, so it weakens the targets now. Flame sweep and flame burst. So this one and this one weaken the targets. That's good to know. Here we got guard. What guard does is it puts a shield on the target and it reflects some of the damage to me and it reduces their threat. Let's see, let's read the whole text. While active, the guarded player takes 5% less damage and generates 25% less threat. In addition, as long as you remain within 15 meters, 50% of the incoming damage is transferred back to you. So they take 5% less damage, period. And then 50% of what's left gets shunted back to me as long as I'm within 15 meters of her. And they generate 25% less threat. So put it, when you're in a group of people, put it on somebody who generates lots of threat. Usually that's the healer, but not exclusively. Sometimes some DPS are just so good they just eat threat. And you gotta use that on them
Second
instead.
bounty is done. Just one more, and I'm in the melee.
Right you are. And competition is heating up. That little green girl, Iopian Rattle, finished all her bounties. Heard she poisoned an Imperial moth.
Already finished?
Lucky we didn't get that one. Not sure how we'd work it out.
Now, I ain't allowed details on whatever you were scrapping for Admiral Fabal, but I got a clearance note says it was duly scrapped. Nice payday, too.
All I want to know is what my third bounty looks like.
Here we go. Bounty 3. I call it, someone's got a serious hate for my hunter. Top secret,
luck.
crazy, red flag covered. This one's for a Captain Metal in Imperial Intelligence. No other information.
Looks like I'm working for spies this time.
Better not want us to poison someone.
Stay careful. Get this one done and don't get yourself dead in the process.
Alright, oh, that's a huge increase. Oh, but this is the class one. Yeah, I'm gonna take the data crystals so I can spend them to upgrade my pants later. Anyway, the spy place is all the way on the right side, so if we go to this right one, it's Imperial Intelligence, and that's where we need to go next. Pick up our next bounty. There's a mission just in here. I don't recall this mission being here. What is this? Oh, it's PvP. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, there's some PvP dailies and weeklies and stuff, and you can pick them all up right from that terminal. Alright, Captain Metal. Whose life are you meddling in?
What the... Oh, right. The bounty hunter. Glad you could make it. Feeling nervous, alien? Standing in the middle of Imperial intelligence.
I can say one word, or touch one button, and you'd disappear forever.
Poof. Gone. Just like that. No one would even dare to ask what happened to you.
That's a lot of responsibility for one man.
I knew you'd understand. Makes your head spin, doesn't it? I never signed up for this cloak and dagger stuff. I was a regular soldier. Then one day, I put together a covert op raid that goes a little too well. And bam! I'm in Imperial intelligence. Look, what I'm saying is the stuff that goes on in these halls is insane. And all of it is crazy hush-hush. So what I'm going to tell you has to stay just between you and me. Got it?
My price tag always includes the cost of discretion.
Here's the deal. There's a huge ancient Sith temple on Drummond Pass. Used to just sit there being scary. Now the place is crawling with Sith sorcery. And it's been ordered a no-go zone for everyone. Naturally, we sent a team in. My commander led that team. Nobody came back. We can't report any of them dead without reporting the mission, which puts me in a bind.
I still don't see what you need me for.
If I can't prove my commander's dead, I can't take over his spot, which means an ugly power vacuum. I'm hiring you to enter that temple and find the team's ID cards, especially my commander's. I need those IDs to create more acceptable deaths for them.
What if this commander and his team are still alive?
They're not. And even if they are, they're not. Understood. Make sure you find
Makes
an
sense.
Imperial commander named Gargan. Can't imagine there'll be more than one corpse in a temple wearing commander stripes. Grab all the team's ID cards and double time it back here, quietly.
And even if they are, they're not. Makes me chuckle. Yep, the life of a bounty hunter. Well, you guys are watching the series for bounty hunters. This is what bounty hunters are like. Oh. Thought I would have got that going in. Alright, I'm gonna fly all the way down to here, but I'm going to keep an eye out on this mini-map to make sure I'm not missing any purple quests. I don't think there are any purple quests out there, but just in case, I'd like to keep an eye out. Would figure out what cybertech skills I need if I can. I need more Terenthium. Underworld metal. 2 minutes.
Wish me luck.
I can do 2 minutes without her. I'll do it a few more times after I'm done with this episode. Yeah, keep an eye out here. There's a heroic mission there. I'm aware of that one. That's up here mostly. Okay, there used to be a mission you could pick up right here, but it doesn't look like it's there anymore. And if we made it this far, we should make it all the way to the quest hub right here. And boom. Alright, here's a mission terminal. And it's just got a heroic mission. Possessed Hunter. I don't know if this one existed when I did my Sith Inquisitor run through. I'll pick it up. Just because there's a couple more missions, but I really couldn't be bothered. I just want to get on into the temple. Get class quest done. Here's some more scavenging. Yeah, I did a little bit of crafting off screen. Got some mods and enhancements that are good to go for when I get some modifiable gear, which I may do next time or the time after. Something like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold on to it for now. Alright. So I'm dodging bad guys just a little while longer until Miko comes back. 3 seconds. Yeah, we're good now.
That didn't go so hot.
Gee, thanks. Okay, I'll do some more grinding of that one.
Hey,
Off screen.
I know I might be a little late mentioning this, but I'm getting some seriously creepy signals out here. I really don't think we should go in there.
Yeah, well, it's our job. And you're always happy about, you know, completing the job, being a discreet bounty hunter and everything. So, suck it up, Miko. Alright, this is the Dark Temple area. I don't think there's only one mission that starts out here, and that's just to like get a bunch of kills for random guys. There is, I think right here, like right in here is the where you would bring your matrix shards if you find those colored shards in the datacrons. See my Sith Inquisitor walkthrough for how to get most, if not all, of the datacrons, at least all the Empire ones. And when you collect a bunch of matrix shards, you need 3 shards to make a matrix cube. And if you get more and more of the same color, then they start being better and better. Yeah, so you kind of want to wait until pretty much the end of chapter 3 or so, into the chapter 3, the post-chapter 3 content. And that's where you'll find the last of the matrix shards, if you're getting them all in time with the content. Alright, so we just gotta get a few tags.
I can still hear them talking. I cut off my holo receiver, but I can still hear them. If I lose it, please don't leave me down here.
That makes 2. You don't want to give me anything. You 2 don't want to give me anything. You've got some stuff for me. Man. We'll use that to... kill you. 3, 4. One more tag. See, apparently this is the group that we're killing. Oh, the commander's back there. Of course. It's just a little bit more complicated. So let's go in and do this heroic mission, since I don't think it existed. I don't think it existed when we were doing our Sith Inquisitor. So I think we just gotta defeat one guy there. But of course, yeah, there's some really tough people here. Let's get that going. this. As long as I don't see Mako taking any damage, we're okay. The heat's going up pretty fast. Man, that's a problem. Used to being a bit farther along in my skill tree, and some of this stuff actually prevents a lot of that heat from building up, so yeah, don't get used to doing more than 2 flame sweeps in a row. That has to do with the rocket boost. I think they're a little less accurate there. Used to throwing in rapid shots like every other thing that you click as a rapid shots. Green one there is the trauma that comes from flame bursts and stuff. Oh man. Cool down, cool down, cool down. There we go. Alright. I just gotta take out Val in there. Let's do it. Sometimes getting stunned is a good thing for a bounty hunter. Since there's only one person, there really is no need for the flame sweep. The flame burst is, I think, if it doesn't do more damage to the single target, it at least costs less heat. So you just want to keep the trauma on them if you can. Use the flame thrower and the rocket punch on cooldown. You also have your little dart there, explosive dart. And fill in with rapid shots. Use a rail shot whenever it comes up. That doesn't happen all the time. Use a flame burst whenever that green thing comes off of cooldown. Make sure Mako isn't taking too much damage. Not taking any of his physical attacks. Direct attacks at least. Up here for? And there you go. And level 17 actually gives me stuff. Sweet. Alright, increased range on Flame Burst and Flame Sweep. Flame Sweep damage by 25%. That'll really help with the little units. Well, that's probably the first one you want to get. So Flame Sweep does 25% more damage. That's a really good one, at the very least for leveling up, just because it can kill all the little guys a lot quicker now. There we go. So now we head up here to Commander Gargan. I think he's probably the commander of the squad. Got enough of his squad's ID badges from the random encounters over here. Yeah, a couple of the quests from upstairs. One of them will lead you down here and make you go get a bunch of relics. Others will lead you upstairs here to do a couple things around the edge of the temple on the second floor.
You alright?
But again, they're just side quests. I don't really need them, so I'm just gonna barrel on through. And get his ID badge.
What is this in front of me? Another worshipper. Who braves the flames of the altar of horror to stand in front of Lord Baral Slathborn, Lord of the Sith?
I don't like crazy people, except when they're dead.
To me, my disciples!
Yeah, I'm rather good at this. Alright. So the stun is fine. Allows me to lose a little heat. Try and keep 4 there. If you ever go down to 3, just use your rapid shots. Get up into the 4 range again. Alright. So we're done here. I have to go all the way back to Captain Metal at Imperial Headquarters. And let me check on the time. Yeah, I'm about done. So I will talk to Captain Metal next time. Let him know the deed is done. Give him his ID badges. And go see if I can participate in the Great Hunt. So I'll see you all then. Thanks for watching. Bye.